now we go to Larry Sparano. Hey there. What do you think, man?
What I think is, first of all, you have to consider the source.
Yeah.
Bolton criticizing the president's foreign policy. How did he do with his foreign policy? All the advice he was giving to administrations dating back to Reagan and George H.W. Bush administrations. He was all out for the invasion of Iraq. He promoted
Right.
that phony uranium yellow cake story,
Right.
weapons of mass destruction. He was constantly urging Trump to invade, go to war in various countries. That's why Trump got rid of him. Trump said at the time, he says he wants to be always to go to war. You know, it was too much. And
But
he's had that reputation. I mean, he's a super war hawk. So
I mean,
whatever
what
else,
about the book though? But what about the contents of the book though? I mean, they seem pretty believable to me, some of them.
well,
What do you think?
I could even believe his allegation that Trump thought that Finland was part of Russia. I understand Trump's ignorance and disinterest in the larger world,
Mhm.
but for him to be criticizing Trump's foreign policy, where did his foreign policy advisements get us during all these years? And he wanted to go to
But
war in Venezuela. He wanted to go to war. He wanted to invade Iran. You know, on and on and on. So what I'm saying is, a lot of these allegations may be true, but
right.
you know, he's putting his own twist on. It. Now, for instance, like begging the Chinese president to get American goods, farm goods,
Buy
so he could.
farm goods, right.
Yeah, now part of this, you know, I don't think this is all purely ego driven on Trump's part. You know, he knows how to wheel and deal. You know, the art of the deal, both sides win something. So he might have been telling Z that get me reelected, and you know our good relations will continue. But you know, Bolton's take on it is that this is all self-serving. It had no effect. There was no plan behind it, which I'm not really willing to believe in totality, despite Trump's ego and his ignorance of the larger picture of the world.
But what about this whole idea of I mean, what about just there isn't there opposition to it just making people go out and buy the book? Like I ran out and got one on Amazon yesterday when I heard that there might be a lawsuit, and the book might be. So aren't they increasing sales? I mean,
Yeah,
by
I
going
thought of
around.
that this is bad strategy on Trump's part.
Exactly,
However,
exactly.
he already knows. They already knew they couldn't get prior restraint. That was settled by the U.S. Supreme
Right,
Court during the Pentagon Papers.
right,
So I think
right.
now what he's trying to do is show that Bolton is practically a traitor to the country by revealing all this
Hmm.
national security secrets. Now,
Hmm.
whether
Hmm.
that's actually the case, I don't know, but that is how he's going to sell this now to try
Hmm.
to make Bolton a self-serving bad guy. And you
Hmm.
know, again, and even the Democrats are attacking Bolton,
Hmm.
despite Bolton's attack on Trump, because they're saying where was he during the impeachment hearing? He held
Hmm.
back. They're saying he
Right,
held back for his book and the
right.
profits that go with it.
Well, what about? I mean, what effect do you think it'll have on the 2020 elections?
You know, I was
The
thinking
book.
about that. I don't think it's going to have much effect at all because
You know.
Trump's true believers are just going to cast this aside. The story is going to fade after a while. And the issues that got Trump elected in 2016 could very well get him reelected in 2020. And again, that is jobs overseas, immigration, no borders, you know, all red meat for the conservatives. And also, I think, Ken, I've said this before, for a growing number of crossover Democrats who don't like what's going on. And the pandemic and the rioting, all that, I think, is feeding into his support.
I don't agree with you on that. I mean,
Yeah,
I feel the opposite. I think, I think I agree that his base is going to be there no matter what. I
yeah.
mean, it's going to be, but he needs more than his base to win, and that's where I think he gets into some trouble. But apparently Woodford is doing a book too, and then there's the book that his niece I guess is doing,
Yeah.
and they're trying to possibly stop that. So I don't know.
You mean the opinionator that you have on your show?
No, no.
Oh, Woodward.
Woodford,
Woodward, you
Woodward,
mean?
yeah,
Oh,
Woodward, yeah, is
okay.
coming out with a new book, and then
Yeah.
Trump's niece is coming out with a tell-all book as well that they're thinking about trying to sue. So
Yeah, I think that's all going to be in the wash.
I think so. Yeah.
And don't forget, you know, Trump had a firm base in 2016. Everybody said he needed more than that. Well, he got more than that. And
Right.
again, I think more and more Democrats and white people are getting really offended
Yeah.
by the rioting and the extreme political correctness. Everybody's a racist. They're born that way genetically. It's being pushed too far, and there's going to be a reaction against it.
All right. All right. We'll talk tomorrow.
All
Thanks
right,
a lot.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.